Hello, YouTube world, YouTube community. This is your boy, Slang, man, tapping in. Compton chapter. I was just going over my YouTube page, right? And I was checking out that video on the movies, Colors, Boys to the Hood, Minister Society, etc. And at the end of that video, man, I spoke on my Brown brothers, man, you know what I mean? And I remember, man, I had one of my subscribers, or if not a subscriber, somebody that tunes into my channel. He said, "Hey, Sag, can you drop a video on the Mexicans that was Crips and stuff, He say, especially out of Santana, we hear y'all had quite a few. And we did. But like in the beginning, homie, in the early days, I really didn't know of no Mexicans that was Crips. I'm talking about like as early as 70, 71, when I recognized the Crips. And I never really had known of no Mexicans to be Crips. Now, I known them to be in our area and gang members themselves, from their videos and stuff like that, but not none to be Crip, really. You know what I mean? Now, back in the early stages, I remember it was a few white boys that I knew that was Crips. We had white boy Bill in our hood. We had Strawberry from 7-4. Lived on Rose. Now, if Strawberry wasn't white, he would look like it. You know what I mean? And it was some brothers too, because they used to come over there. And but I never really have known any Mexican, to be honest. Now, when I went to the Youth Authority in 77, I say around 78, I start hearing this guy, JuJu, in the hood, Mexican guy. Now, I can't pronounce JuJu name or whatever, but he's a friend of mine on Facebook. But I heard the name JuJu. The Mexican homie, they say JuJu down like a motherfucker, JuJu this, JuJu that. My brother and them, everybody that spoke his name spoke highly of JuJu. Say, yes, that's the homie, cuz he Mexican, but he down, motherfucker, whoop, 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 you know what I mean? And so when I got home, around 1980, September 26th, like I say, my mama's birthday, I had the honor to meet JuJu. And when I met JuJu, we had other Mexicans at that time that was claiming SBC. We had little Louie and Chewy. I got them in the tombstone. Feel like pulling my shirt down. Let me see. Which one is it? That's this little Ray. Okay, Louie, I spelled it wrong though. But yeah, that's little Louie. Let's say Louie and Chewy, the last two names under the bottom of the Rod Scott. You see the Rod Scott right there? But that tombstone right there. Let's say Louie and Chewy. I spelled it Louie, L-O-U-I-E, but it should have been L-U-I-S. Louie's. Little Louie's. We had a back house behind us that my daddy rented out to their family. And his dad was Louie's, and he was Little Louie's. We used to call him Little Louie's. Now, him and Chewy got killed on Spring between Compton Boulevard and Palmer by some Antis Park boy. they found out he was living in the hood up in them apartment and they was who banging on that dude. Like, yeah, nigga, fuck you. We know you in the hood, nigga, we gonna get you. And all this shit here. So dude called his people, like, man, come get me, they tripping, right? So when the car come up to get him, he come out and he pop on the homies, pop, 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 and knocked them two down right there on Spring, broad daylight, and took off. Now, I don't know if they ever comprehend the dude or whatever and arrest him for them killings or whatever. But that's what happened to Louie and Chewy. But like I said, when I came home, it was more than just JuJu now. It was maybe a good 40 of them, cuz we had Mingo, Benito, I can't get all these names out. Who else was around? And then they had a strong camaraderie with the Linwood Vadio Paragons, the LVPs. And the LVPs used to hang with the Willow Street SBCs, which we had Mexican homies now. You understand? And so not only did we have on Willow Streets, we had Rose Street, we had Pete, we had Chino, we had Rab, we had little TJ and his brother, they hung around with us. Who else we had on? Was it any on Spring as well? I'm sure it was. My brain ain't warmed up quite yet. But yeah, then along with us, the Pyrus had Mexicans. Am Street had a little Louie. He's a Mexican guy. He was a thorn in our side too, man. Lil Louie from Am Street, he's a Mexican guy. I ain't gonna throw his business all out there, but hey, shit. Yeah, he responsible for for a few actions against us, bro. You know what I mean? And not only against us, but some of our allies and friends, man, who was happy to be hanging in the hood with us, and he came through and tagged one of those. You know what I mean? And that homie, rest in peace. I mean, not behind him, but that homie, rest in peace now too. But yeah, I mean, and then not only us, Palmer Block had one. They had Lalo over there. Limon from Lime Hood. I don't know if he was exactly Mexican or not, but he was a thorn to the side. We had some run-ins with that cat as well. And then of course, we had Samoan Crips running around, mainly Park Village, but Southside had one. Vanpoose, rest in peace, was my nigga, man. Vanpoose, rest in peace, loved one. Loved one, rest in peace, man. I know everybody know Vanpoose, man. The Samoan from the South. Shit. Vanpoose wasn't no motherfucking joke, homie. Yeah. Vanpoose wasn't no joke. But I believe Hollywood, man, played a role in guys other than black wanting to become a member of the Crips or the Bloods, because Hollywood had glorified the Crips and the Bloods mainly more than others, You know what I mean? As far as Hollywood, the big screen, But now you got all these little low budgets and Netflix and all these Tubies and all kind of things. You get all kind of black gangster films and up to date type shit now. I've seen the boy Murder them on Plug Love or something, shit like that. I've seen a few of those. Like them type of black shows. Gangster shows, gang banging shit. But in the beginning, it was Hollywood glorifying and putting the gang shit out there, like with Colors, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, using, some name brand cats in that thing. MC8 was in Menace to Society. and MC8 in the Gangster Chronicles, man. This y'all boy Chris Sadcook from Compton, man. Shit, I would love to sit down and do a show with y'all dudes, man. Do a little interview with y'all, man, and answer a few questions from you guys. So, holler at me, man. I already responded to MC8. If that's him commenting on YouTube, I don't know if that's him or not, but I dropped a number on you, cuz. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I mean, and and through all that, with the us getting Mexican homies and becoming part of our thing, we incorporated them into our stuff, like the word loc. Everybody's think loc mean crip and all that and this, cause loc is short for loco. You understand? Loc mean you crazy. And most niggas who put the loc to their name stood on that. You understand? You let a motherfucker know you with the business, huh? And then like I say, when we started having the brown with us, and they speak their Spanish and do their Spanish saying, yeah, loco, and they holler it up, black folks, we used to shorten our slang, cuz, like how we used to call a nigga buster. Man, niggas is buster. See, what a lot of niggas don't know, the term buster come from side buster. From reading Louis Amours and them shit kickers, Western novels. We used to read them Western novels in jail, and they said, call motherfuckers side busters, man, the side busters. And so we used that term to address the red team. We said, what about them side busters? And so it went from side buster to buster. We just cut it short. So we started using slang. Man, what's up with that buster, man? And instead of saying loco, we said, what's up, love? You know what I mean? And like I say, cause the first two that I recognize for incorporating the Brown Brothers stuff into our stuff with us was either cause the Watts Baby Lokes or the Gray Streets Watts or the Salos, the 107 Hoovers. Now, the Salos was using the loc in their name. The Watts Baby Lokes incorporated into their hood. Watts Baby Lokes, WBLC. You know what I mean? Now, as far as Compton go, we wasn't on the loc shit at first. That was in LA. That was going on before it got over to us. That was in LA. Now, when I was going over there in the Salo, I was running with Big Smiley. I was running with Big Smiley at the time for 107. Me and Smiley is still like this. The only motherfucker I ever visited in prison, cuz, other than my nephew, was Big Smiley from 107 Hoover. I went to Old Folsom and visit cuz. We was the talk of the visiting room at the time. Because word was out. Because one trustee hit me up when I go over there to give me a cousin grub and shit out these machines. One trustee hit me up. He said, hey, homie, where you from? I said, Compton, cuz, Santana block. He said, oh, you pulled the big homie out from Hoover? I said, yeah, man. That's my brother. He said, right. So I got me and Smiley shit and brought it to the table. So, word gonna spread. Well, Compton pulled out Hoover. So me and Big Smiley, cuz, we jabbing, doing our thing. That was my nigga, cuz I wrote, Smiley said, cuz, you bombarded me with letters. Say, I had to send some, excuse me. He said, cuz, I had to send letters home. I used to write Smiley, send him 3 a week sometime. You know what I mean? That's my loved one there, man. And he home, he doing real well. And I love him, man. And Smiley, cuz I lost my contact, but I'm going to dig my own phone out, cuz I'll find your number. I'll call you. But yeah, as far as the logo, them was the first two that I recognized doing it. Okay, I don't know where y'all, son. You need to ask someone else, but right now I'm busy. Give me a couple minutes and I'll come try to help you find that. But yeah, them was the first two that I know would like incorporate that, into a thing. So when I was hanging around the Sailors, and Little Devil knew him, well, say low, what's up, low? Say low. I used to love the shit out of Little Devil. How he got at us one day. Me and Sammy was swinging up in the dead end on the 108th off of Vermont. And so we trying to turn around and make the park and shit, cuz. And Little Devil was up the street. He see us. He like, what's up, low? Say low, low, what's up? Cuz I'm saying from Santana, cuz I'm trying to find Smiley there. He said, oh, cuz they up the street, homie. He said, what's up, Say? He talking about you all the time. So me and Sammy, we get out the car shit and we walk up the street with Little Devil for Sailor. And we get up there, Big Smiley, Big Moo. Big Moo was alive at the time. Frank was there. Goon him was there. It was a few homies, cuz. The little homie, the little bitty homie, straight killer. Man, what's the little homie name? I can't think of, but I'm gonna have to ask Smiley about that dude, man. I wonder whatever happened to him, man. He was a little young dude, but he was on it, man. This little nigga was on it, though, huh? That little nigga was on it. And any time while we stood out and enjoy ourselves or whatever, he didn't drink, do nothing. He just kept us covered, man. And he didn't play with that shit. He kept us covered, man. We like right on, little homie, you know what I mean? But boy, we had some good times on the 108th that day. And then I even brought Burdock over there, J-Dog over there, a couple old homies over there. We go over there and hang out and shit with them, cuz we used to have a ball over there. But yeah, when I was hanging out with the Salos, I started putting Loc on my name. And like I tell y'all, I hits up, cuz I used to write Sag Loc, SPC, Sag Loc, Roll Street SPC, Loc, put them on my shirt, all this shit. And then Compton got the billing on the Loc. Now, I think it was a homie from Park Village that did the LOCC. Then the Compton niggas got to doing the LOCC to let you know this Loc is coming out of Compton. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people start doing Loc, and then my hood do the lock. Their LOCC is for block. They just don't use the B, and they don't use the K. You know what I mean? So my hood, they say lock, homie. And at first I was like, oh, what a lock got to do with it? Because I wouldn't understand it. And they educated me. They said, no, say, cuz we just took the B off of the block and the K off the end of them, put the other C on them. So we say lock for block. I said, okay, cuz. Understood. So when little homies got me lock, I get back out lock. You know what I mean? So there it is, cuz. But that's the best I can give y'all on that history, man. Now, as far as everybody else who had some or whatever, they have to tell you that, man. You know what I mean? But all I can tell you is, man, I think that Hollywood played a role with other guys who want to be Crip and Blood. You know what I mean? Because Bloods had them too. So I hope that helps. And may God bless and protect each and every last one of us from all evils, because there's plenty here on this earth. I gotta start getting myself situated and get my vehicle packed so I can make this trip to my granddaughter. And I ask you all to mention me in your prayers on traveling grace. Not just me, but all of us traveling, whether it's by land, water, or air. You know what I mean? All us traveling need y'all grace. So appreciate it. Love y'all equally. And I'm out. Crip Sag, Compton chapter. And I'm gone.